Praise the Lord, saints, ain'ts, heathens, hoes, and the trolls. Pour a glass. Pull up a chair. Y'all, it's time for another episode of Speak Sassy, Drink Classy. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Introduce yourself real quick for us, please. Please.
My name is Milla. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I don't know how the rest of it goes. Sorry. My name's Milla, a.k.a. Milla J, Jamila, whichever name you prefer. I think I got like 20 different nicknames at this point.
J Millie.
You do.
That's me.
Come on, Miss Booty.
And that's me. I'm Queen Judy. Cutie.
No longer got the booty.
And
No longer got the booty. It's crazy.
She don't say it no
the
more.
one that can't stay still ever in their life is I, Roel the Rabbit. Hello, how are you?
I am Zakai. Y'all not getting the rest of it.
I'm
gonna have a conniption.
Y'all don't get the rest of it.
That's crazy.
Why you
crazy.
doing this to me? It's like, you know what? I got it last time. I asked nicely. I got it last time. Last recording, I asked nicely. I got it. I'm
Crazy.
See, that's
calm
upset.
down.
But I'll do it anyway. For the peoples. For the
Ew.
peoples.
I'm gonna give it to us. Give it to us.
Ew. I'm Zakai. Too fly for you.
Let them know.
Okay.
Woo.
They probably like, she old as
Yeah.
hell, because who the hell says I'm fly?
Yeah. Today is a very interesting topic because it can either be extremely exciting or extremely annoying. There is no in between. We're talking about going back to school today.
Boo.
We're talking about going back to school today.
Goodbye.
Tomato.
As an
We
adult,
got
school is ghetto.
As fuck.
I concur.
I complain
as a
about
growing up.
Yeah, I complained about school lunches, paying for those, at one point in time, but paying for college is a whole different thing. Fuck that. Fuck school.
Yeah, I feel like school is definitely one of those places where each individual sees it completely different, and there's no set way to do school, so like everything's kind of crazy. So that's why it's either very exciting or very annoying. That's why. How are y'all feeling, Judy and Jamila?
Fuck school.
As a person that started school again recently, it's kicking my ass. I ain't even gonna lie.
Damn, I was hoping it was like, yeah, it's going well.
I mean, like it's going well, but the program I'm doing is a pharmacy technician program. So we're starting with pharmacy calculations. So it's a lot of math. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all my textbook. Cause where's it?
Do it look crazy? Is it red?
No.
Is it red?
Look at how thick this joint is.
That ain't thick.
I was about to say, I can't even see it right now. Your green screen working a little too hard.
I know the green screen was overtime today.
Stack 2 more of them on top of that, and that was one of my textbooks.
Oh my god! Listen, I've had thicker textbooks, but because I'm not a person that's very good at math, it's been a bit of an adjustment for me because I haven't taken any college classes since 2015.
That was
so.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while.
2011 for me.
If you don't lose it, you gonna lose it. That's what they always say.
Very true. That's very, very true. But what I will say is being in the program for 2 weeks and like doing everything again, like it's coming back to me, but I'm like, whew, that's a lot of math. It's making me rethink career choices, but I gotta see this through to the end because that's just how I am.
More power to you because you guys are looking at a person that struggles at doing subtraction like 16 minus 8. I don't know what that is, and I have to count on my fingers.
Ain't no way in hell.
16 minus 8.
Bro, stop bullshitting me right now.
You just made up some shit you knew. That's what it was.
You for real don't know what 16 minus 8 is?
I do now because I just sneakily counted on my fingers. But, I can get the answer. It's just not quick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It don't matter how
Yeah,
fast it
don't
happened.
matter how-
It's the
yeah.
fact that it happens and it's accurate.
You just weren't one
But
of
it's
those
gonna be slow
ones
every time.
where the
Eight.
teacher could go down the chart and be like 16 minus 8 is, and you just couldn't do it on that snap. I got you.
Yeah, I realized after
one
the
of
fact,
those-
but I definitely counted on my fingers until. But let it be 16 minus 7, I would have been lost because it's not a magic number. It's not an even.
It's not even
Yeah,
number.
it's not even the fact that it's not an even number. It's the fact that it's a number that is
Can't be
awkward
double.
to take away. Like 16 and then 7. First of all, I can't do the thing where it's like, okay, I gotta carry something in this equation. That's too much for my brain. Like anytime I gotta do that, it's too much. It's too much.
I'm not even gonna tell y'all how I would even go about doing that math in my head, because nobody.
Right. No. We gotta talk about it now. We gotta talk about it now. How would y'all do? How would we all do that calculation?
But like
Because
the
me,
16
I'm
minus
starting at
7?
8.
Yeah,
I'm starting at 7 and I'm counting up, and whatever number my fingers are is the correct answer. That's me. That's how I do my math.
Oh. So I'm in my head, I would automatically know that 8 plus 8 is 16. So, all right, I'm about to fuck.
Oh,
Go
Lord.
ahead. Go ahead.
In my head, 7 is 1 away from 8. So I would just tack on that 1 onto that next 8, if that makes sense. Give me 9.
That's actually a method because that's similar to what I do because as you subtract, so like you did 16 minus 7 and 16 minus 8, right? 16 minus 8 is 8. 16 minus 7 is 9. So you, as you subtract, you go up in number from what the previous one was.
So you do it the same way?
Not particularly the way she does it, but that's just the way that I remember it.
How do you do it? So we got 2 different ways so far. Do we got a third and a fourth? You just know 7. Fuck.
Like if I had to
16 minus
explain it
7.
somewhere
You
like
already
that,
know
yes.
the answer.
But like I was just kind of know the answer.
Okay.
It's not until it gets higher up in numbers where I actually have to like roll my eyes back a little bit and be like, oh wait, okay, and then go. Yeah.
Because my first thing is to go to something that I already know. Like I know that 10 plus 6 is 16. Okay, so I mean automatically 9 plus 7 is 16 because
That's a method.
Y'all got
That's
more
not
methods
different.
than I
That's how
do.
y'all. That's technically how they're taught in elementary school back in the day.
That is a method that requires
That's
me to
why
know
they-
the other calculation. So that's why it's not for me. Oh Lord.
That's why they teach you it that way. That's why they do your addition before they teach you subtraction. That's why they
Yep.
teach you multiplication before division. Because if you can add it, you can subtract it.
Yep.
elementary school, I was one of those kids when it came time for arithmetic. I was one of those special kids that had to go to like another classroom to learn like different math. Because the math that they were learning in my actual class was like, all right, we already I'm past that, ma'am. I need to go somewhere.
That happened to me when I was in 7th or 8th grade. There was this algebra teacher, Miss Solomon. And this lady, she was a hard ass for no reason. She was a hard ass that had like, y'all know that real jammed down pixie cut where like your hair look extra stiff?
Now she out here looking like Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale.
Bro. Okay, and then like she had big eyes and like she was very passionate about math.
So you had Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale.
Basically.
Okay.
Imagine Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale and she's also a Delta.
Loretta
she got a lot
Devine
going
from
on.
Waiting to Exhale.
So basically a lot of students were like not doing well in her algebra class, so they had to create a whole separate class with a different teacher in order to help us because we just it was bad. Like it was so bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I hated Miss Solomon. I did not like that woman. Did not like that woman.
Well, let's just hope she don't watch this podcast and remembers you exactly.
Be like,
Because
oh, you don't like me. I'll be like,
we don't want no random animosity just flowing to you in the form of a spirit. We don't
Because
need
that would be crazy. Because you're a whole ass adult now. She gonna be like, oh well, she can catch these mathematical hens.
What's up, shorty? What's up? I said, because I can fight you now. What's up?
Yeah, I might be bad at math, but I know 1 + 1 = 2. Ugh. Say no.
Like, what's up?
Getting boxed up by your teacher is crazy.
Y'all, just so you know, real quick, since we're talking about back to school, a very popular school topic is school fights. So if you ever get into a fight, right, you need to put up your guard, and then you gotta extend.
Please stop.
Fully extend.
This
Okay.
Fully extend the other arm. Then you
This
You gotta be
just
ready.
lean
You gotta be
forward.
ready.
You
So
just
that
lean
and then
forward.
his hand also pulls hair at the same time. So you gotta like guard punch, but then pull hair all at once.
See, that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
Right. See, we got you. Now if you lose, that's
she
not
did
on
that
us though.
shit. She did that shit last night, and that was the softest punch. Y'all
Could you
finna
get in though?
lose.
Could you get in though? You
I
couldn't.
could.
Exactly. No, you didn't. You couldn't get in.
You right,
You was
you
at the end of my fist.
Nothing
was at the end of my fist. It was like back up. You were like,
Yeah,
back up. Then you
no.
gave up. You said I'm over.
I just laughed. I laughed. It wasn't no back up. It was laugh. I literally turned around and laughed. Because I could not
De-escalate
take
the
your
situation.
ass. I could not take your
De-escalate
ass
the
serious.
situation.
Does anybody
What's good?
remember any like wild school fights when they were in school?
Yes, I was in one. All right, so wild school fight. I was minding my business in the cafeteria.
Oh,
Some
Lord.
dude comes behind me and like starts choking me up, and he like kind of pulls me off the seat. So it was those little long ass cafeteria tables where you gotta like weasel your way in, and your legs is like fully in there, and you can't really do nothing.
Baby. It was a bench.
Thank you. He choked me, and then he pulled me out of that, and then like by the time like I got up and we started actually scrapping, the fight itself was like real quick, but it was the fact that we both got sent home, we both got suspended, and when the suspension was over, he ain't come back for like a month. So because he ain't come back, everybody was like, they didn't kill people, they a serial killer. So I had a whole rumor going around the entire school about me being a serial killer because I got into a fight with homeboy that he started, first of all, and he ain't come back. Turns out that he got sick or something and got hospitalized back in the day, but no. I was a serial killer. Even when he came back, everybody was like, oh yeah,
Not you done
they
knocked the
crazy.
leukemia in that boy.
Crazy as hell. Don't mess with them. So I didn't have to worry about anything after that. But like, I don't know if y'all ever had a rumor that you've killed multiple people in your life as a
No, that's not a,
as an adolescent.
normal rumor.
That's not a
That's
normal
what I'm
rumor.
saying. That's why you asked for a wild story. It was a wild story. I had it targeted on my head that I was apparently a serial killer, and I was just like, okay, I don't understand how this happened, but here we are.
Crazy.
That's not where I'm expecting that to go.
That's exactly how that happened. The
That
fight
is-
wasn't wild, but it was a wild situation. So
That's crazy. No,
That is
I've
crazy.
actually never been in a fight in school.
I have.
I didn't get into fights till college, but I know how to defend myself.
Girl, on the bus. That's it.
I only had one fight in school,
Yeah,
and
we
that
ain't
was
getting
with somebody.
mm.
Not that serious.
Yeah, no, the fight wasn't even serious because the bus driver wasn't on the bus. Ain't nobody even know we was fighting.
Did you win at least?
No.
But you fought though.
Yeah,
That means you had a
Right.
fight in school on the
So,
bus.
it was on bus, you know, not technically.
I was always always
it was on
told.
school property.
Was it the bus that the school provided?
They always used to say that the buses are school property.
They are,
You're an
so-
extension of the school when you get in the bus.
Yup.
If they provide it, it's still there. So yeah, and until you get off, that's when
Did y'all sit on the front of the bus or the middle or the back?
I sat wherever a seat was available.
I was-
Oh,
I
It was the middle of the back.
was
Yeah, the
row
back.
6.
The back of the bus was always dirty. I hated having to sit in the back. Them are some dirty ass kids back there, like gum and it just stanky and shit.
I'm gonna just let you know, Mariah, you're gonna have to say all that again.
Right now.
What'd you say, Mariah?
So I knew Miller was one of the ones in the back hugging it.
One of them ones Rosa Parks would have had to beat your ass while you in the back of the bus.
Listen, Rosa.
What Bob the drag queen said? Get your ass to the front of the class. As Rosa Parks can see you, she be beating that ass.
Well,
sorry about that, y'all. The cats were bullying each other as we talk about school.
Not you finna beat Rosa Parks' ass.
Listen, Rosa. If I lived during the 60s, I'm sorry, girl. Listen,
come on,
I like my job. Okay, I like my job, Rosa. Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out right now.
Parks, please.
Right, Parks, please. I'm tired.
So
I had to sit like the middle because I was minding my business, but I also wasn't minding my business.
Oh, you was one of them.
You was dropping on everybody.
Right.
You just want to
hustling again. Well, I'd be like, I heard that Katie said that XYZ, and then that she was over there at Steven's house the other night doing XYZ.
Scandalous.
It's never a gossip. I'm hearing and I'm contributing as needed.
So you like turn right along with the people on the bus. And she said she knew how to cornrow. That bitch don't know how to cornrow. And you over there, Yeah, she told me the same thing. Mess my braids all up. Yep, that's
now she can't cornrow. That's crazy.
That was you. You were that girl.
I was definitely a middle seater.
Turned down just enough.
No.
I was definitely in the middle also, but my earphones were turned all the way the fuck up. I didn't want to hear nobody else at all. I made sure I got a window seat so I could just stare outside the whole ride. Until we got there, I'll be like, all right. Headphones not even coming off until I'm in the first seat of my first class, and the teacher's like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll take them out now. But yeah, I ain't want to talk to nobody for real.
Well, high school and middle school, I didn't ride a bus. I walked.
You did?
I didn't. I walked.
You walked.
Yeah.
Was it a far walk?
Well, let me rephrase that. I moved for my 8th grade year, so I can't say all the middle school. For my 8th grade year on up, I walked to school. It was like a good 15-minute walk.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, the only part that sucked was that I had to cross Route 50.
Is that an actual highway or is it like a? It's an actual.
It's the highway going through Salisbury.
Oh yeah, that sounds annoying.
That sounds very dangerous.
Multi-lane.
Yeah, it was like double lanes on both sides, 3 lanes on both sides. I don't know. I don't remember. I walked through the middle, so I cut across to save me some time. I cut across the parking lot of the post office and then crossed in the middle of the street because the crosswalk was all the way down the fucking street. And then I would have to walk all the way up the street and it would take me so much longer. So yeah, I was one of those.
You just said, yeah.
I just beeline like this.
You just said,
since we got some mathematicians in here, what Nisha did was take the path of least resistance because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
You really thought that ate, didn't you?
Because it did. It definitely ate. Yeah, I know it did. Y'all ain't got to tell me. I don't need other people's validation. I am my own winner. I give myself a gold star. Every single time I hype myself up, I am my biggest hype person.
And that is what's wrong with this generation now. Everybody is a damn winner. Niggas need to learn how to lose.
Listen,
I lose every day. I play fighting games.
Participation trophy kids are the softest motherfuckers I know. I'm sorry. It need to be said. Because you participation trophy motherfuckers piss me off. You want to win something and you want consolation prizes. Nah, you lost, ho. You don't get no prize. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
You gotta
And
calm
then you
down.
come in second,
Doing a
you
little bit too
first
much. I
me.
don't want you to break nothing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to get that off my
No,
chest.
because it do be like that. Like, I mean, I'm not saying nothing against like getting your participation trophy. That's
Yeah.
great. You showed up. That's nice. We used to get those during field day. You know, you had the first,
Right.
second,
Field
third
day is
place,
cool.
and then everybody else got like the little white ribbon or whatever the hell it was. One of them little ribbons.
Yeah.
It didn't say first, second, or third, but it said congratulations or some shit. But
Right.
like, you have to prep your kids to lose because like you're
They're
not gonna
not gonna ever
win
know what it feel
everything
like.
in life. And when they finally get that like damn, like I'm failing, you ain't gonna know shit about failing because you were never prepped for it.
And that's when they plummet and they
Right.
go deep. They go deep into it. How the hell are you gonna know how to get back up in anything if you've never been knocked down?
Or at least if they know the feeling,
Let alone
like you
appreciate
can,
it.
yeah, like you can get somebody to the point where it's just like, damn man, I'm mad because I lost. But it's just like, okay, but you're not gonna win everything. You're not gonna
You
win
win some, you lose.
everything. And you just kind of give
Very
them
true.
some of that, you know, some of that guidance for that. Don't just be like, you're always gonna be a winner, sweetie. Because then you don't have an egotistical ass kid and I'm gonna have to punch that kid in the forehead. Some of these
Okay.
kids at these
And then when
schools,
they
I
ego
just
hurt, that's the end of the daggone world.
right, I
Mhm.
just can't with some of these kids in school. I remember my grandmother said like when she retired from her daycare and then she started working at a Head Start.
Mhm.
And one of the kids took their diaper off and threw it at her. A diaper full of shit. Threw it
Not
at
a
her.
grandma.
Right, threw it at
Oh
her.
no.
And then gonna say, what you gonna do? You not my mom.
Well, if I'm not your mom, I'm gonna
Make
collect
sure
this
all
money
the
and not do a dang thing with
daycare
you.
cameras. Make sure all the daycare cameras is pointed at me so they can watch, see how wild your little ass out.
Or I would have been like, square up.
And bring your mama and your auntie up here because I got their ass too.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Cause ain't no way in
That's
hell.
Crazy.
She
It's
quit
the
after
all of
that.
the
She
Would it
quit
have
after
been a
that.
bad idea if she treated the child like a dog? You know how like when dogs poop in the house and they're not supposed to, you're supposed to like make sure they smell it? Would that have been wrong? Because that's what I probably would have did.
Honestly,
I'm not gonna lie.
You better
I
be that.
probably would have been like,
All right, come on.
she resigned
this
after
is yours.
that. I
This
think
is
she might have
yours.
tapped his legs because she knew his mother, but
hmm
she resigned after that. She was like, I couldn't
As
do
she
that.
should have. As she should have, because that's wild.
Yeah,
My
some of these kids is
grandmother
bad.
had a similar experience, which is very interesting.
Right back on that little nigga, made him sick in it.
Mm-mm.
Kids is
What you gonna
bad.
do? If you have the ability to say what you gonna do, you not my mother. You are grown enough
You grown
to
enough
get
That
disciplined
part.
properly. You grown enough.
And the
I
other
catch the
thing
ass
is like
follow.
teachers don't want to teach anymore because there's so many laws around teaching and children now. Like
Yeah, what you can
no
teach.
no
what you
harsh
can't.
punishment on the children. Like kids go into like the little timeout rooms and they don't be doing nothing. And it's just like y'all wonder why your kids stupid because they act
But it's
stupid. They ain't gonna
something-
learn shit.
Pictures to help you process your emotions. I'm looking, but what does it mean?
Right.
I don't even think they know.
They
And then
don't.
to the parents that be like, oh, that's your problem now because that's they at school. No, because the problem starts at home. If you can't teach
If
your
it's my
kids to
problem-
respect people before they get into the classroom, what do you think the teacher can do? She can't do it. Like they can't do anything. Like there's no punishment
that's
for
crazy.
your kid. Your kid
Nope.
can beat on the teacher and there's no real punishment for it except like, oh, we're gonna suspend them.
Because the
Some
moment the
idiots-
teacher does something to the irate
Yes.
child, then the teacher's at fault. And I'm just like,
yes, like
look,
teachers
if
get
the
fired
spirit is
for
saying
raising their voice.
they're your problem, if the
Right.
teacher is saying they're your problem now, and I actually handle it when the moment happens, you can't say nothing after that. You don't have the ability. You forfeited your chance to say something to me about your child the moment you said that's your problem now.
Yeah.
So do not try to come up here upset, irate, nothing, because I did what I needed to do to make sure your child knows how to be a human, knows how to be a human being, and treat other people with respect. Because ain't nobody in this world should feel comfortable shitting, taking their underwear off, and yeeting it at somebody. That should not be something. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, and also the problem is a lot of parents expect other people to raise their child for them. And it's like, no, you need to teach them these things at home. So that way when they get out in public or they're in school, wherever, they know how to conduct themselves in a respectful and decent manner. Because some of these kids out here, Laura and Jason Sr. would never, okay? My parents would never. Listen, my parents were very involved when it came to my siblings and I in school, like, and then with me being like the overachiever child, I was terrified if somebody said they were calling my parents for something bad. Terrified.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Why are you cutting up in school?
I was a cut up in school type kid though. I didn't throw poop at people, but I definitely was the class clown. I was 100% the class clown.
Every fucking report card that ever came home always said, talks too much.
That's me. Talk too much and talk back.
Yeah,
I was talking back. I got to talk back a lot.
Yeah, I think the one time I actually got in trouble.
You ain't gonna talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Was like we were having DARE. I think I was in 5th grade. We were having DARE, and the DARE teacher, he was a cop. I didn't mean to do that. He was an actual cop. Rest in peace. He was actually a
air quotes like he's a
I did do that. I shouldn't have did that. He was actually a real sweetheart. Rest in peace.
I was about to say something, and then you said he was a real sweetheart, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, he used to have a crush on my mom. They apparently went to high school together.
Right. Now you had a crush on Mom Dukes.
So he had said something, and I was really quick with the little whips, just saying random shit. Like I let those intrusive thoughts win as a kid. Yeah. I don't even remember what I said. All I remember was he was at the board like this, and then you just saw him be like, "Who said that? Which one of y'all said that?" And of course, the goody two shoes of the class was like,
"It was her."
Hey,
little snitch bitch. That's
and
why
because
I got
of my last name, I was always at the back of the classroom. So, and I'm just sitting here like, he was like, "Well, we're gonna have a conversation with your mother." I was like, "Okay."
You like that, wouldn't you, Joey?
Well, he didn't know until she walked in that was my mother. And
I bet his whole tone changed.
It did.
He was like, "Well."
He was like, "Oh,
let me let you know, I got some handcuffs over here."
He was probably thinking uniform and everything was like,
and like all this was just red. He was like, "Janet."
Janet.
He was like, "Your mother's Janet?" I was like,
question, did you get off the hook immediately after?
I still got in trouble, but
boo.
No, you only got in trouble because you had to go up there. That's it. She just had to go up there.
I got in trouble for what I said, but it wasn't like nothing where it was like, "Oh, you can't have this," or "Oh, you gonna get them legs beat when you get home," or nothing. It was just like, "Girl, now why?"
I have a random thought. Just because we're on the topic of like disciplining right now, I was always told that it's better to tell the truth because it's the truth. I'm going to get a lesser punishment than if I lied.
That was a goddamn lie. Goddamn lie.
I never feel like when I told the truth, when I messed up, that I always felt like if I had lied about it and they found out, it would have been the same punishment every single time.
No, because your parents tell you that, and then you tell them the truth, and then it's like, what did I tell the truth for?
Hey, like, come on, Eric.
Condition me to now lie to you every time you ask me something.
See, and now when we get into this punishment, I hate it when they would be like, "Shut up, or I give you something to cry about."
Oh my God,
You
that or
already
This hurt
like,
me
did.
more than
Let
it
me
hurts
cry.
you.
Let me feel my
that
right. It hurt me more than it hurt you. No,
would
it
have hurt you.
didn't. No, it
No, it
didn't. You
didn't.
not sitting over there with welts on you. You just over there emotionally scarred because you done beat
Or,
me.
or the best one, your parents trying to like talk to you after and be cool. Like, nah, I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, we're not friends.
Y'all, that's why it trickled into adulthood when it be like, ask me if I ate something, because that's what your parents used to do to console you after they beat you. You hungry, baby?
I wouldn't even
It's
get
not
that.
a
I
love
would get
language,
the
booty. It's trauma.
That's
Dang,
a generic Tyler
at least
Perry
you got
toxic
that.
relationship.
right, at least you
I ain't
got
get none of
Right.
that.
My mom and them would be like, dinner ready.
right.
Put that shit on the
Damn.
table and walk away. She'd be mad, just as mad. Still
Right.
mad.
I ain't even
And then
get
they
that. I
want to
had to
like, and
make
then they
sure
want to
I caught it
recap
in
the
time.
meeting for you. Like, I don't want to talk about this no more. Like, no.
Because why you bringing it up again? We
Right.
in.
And speaking
All
of
right,
school
so
bullshit, my mom caused a
yeah.
lot of trouble in that small ass town. So I had the same fucking teachers she did in that small ass town. And they were all just like, you look like the seed of Janet Johnson. And I'd be
Not
like,
the
That,
seed.
that's a little extra.
and then I had like the
Like,
one that was like,
dang.
your mom was really, really smart, but she had a bad attitude, a very bad attitude. And then my English teacher was like, your mom slapped me once. And so I went home and asked her. She said, I sure as hell did. He gonna say some
She
shit
stood
out
on
his
business.
mouth. Yeah.
Stood on business. Yeah. Stood
Like,
on business.
ma'am.
Granted, she's fallen into the category of children that we just talked about, but she stood on business.
He had said, apparently he had said something to her, and my grandmother backed up her slapping him. So it must have been real ignorant.
Yeah.
But he was just like, and it was so funny because he was just this sweet old man who was like my height. He was short as hell. Mind you, I was like elementary, middle school. But he was just like, yeah, your mom slapped me once. Real hard, just all the way, full
Admitted
force.
that, sir.
But she was smart as a whip, and that's what every teacher would say. Like, she was smart as a whip, though. What is she doing nowadays? I don't even fucking know. I don't know what the hell this nigga do for a career.
She's my mom. That's all I know.
She ain't in here with your ugly
right. Feed me spaghetti and fried chicken. That's all I know. I don't know anything else that she doing.
Lord.
She don't show up for career day.
Child.
You standing in here chaperoning.
Does
Can
anybody
we-
remember American Education Week when you would be on like your best behavior because like you knew your parents
just
were
pop up
watching?
anytime.
Yeah.
And that's funny because I used to wait and like I wouldn't be on my best behavior, but I would be excited for them to come visit. Like, who's gonna come visit me? And I always knew my grandmother was always gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So it's a little weird with me and that because what I remember that was only in elementary school, and I lived across the street from my actual school. So like I would leave my house, I go across the street, I'm at school, right? So I expected to see my mom. I never did. But randomly, like you just said, my grandmother came. My grandmother lived in the city. I went to school in the county. So I knew she don't drive. She don't do none of that. So unless another one of my cousins was there, I know this lady got on the bus from her house all the way over to my school. And I'm just like, dang.
And that's 2 buses
That's
from her
beautiful.
house to that
That's
school.
crazy.
To your elementary school.
Yeah.
That's 2 buses.
Yeah, I know, because I've taken the trip with her before. But like, that's crazy that like you live across the street. We live across the street. You ain't never come see me. Okay, I just had to throw that little
to see you is diabolical. Choices
And
were made.
I know.
Choices were made.
I know at the time now. I didn't know then. I know now that she worked a night job, so she was probably asleep to prepare for that. But at
That's
the time,
so
like when
crazy.
I was a kid, I definitely was like, well, I ain't gonna see nobody. I was confident that I wasn't gonna see nobody, and it was always a little surprise when my grandmother showed up. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Nice.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
kind of happy that we had that, like the experiences we had in school, because nowadays, like some schools don't even got the music programs. They don't have gym. Like I learned that like schools don't have gym anymore. Like no physical education. It's not a
Wow.
it's not a requirement to graduate anymore. So there's
That's
no
crazy.
physical education. Some schools don't even have like any music programs anymore. So it's just
That's
like,
wild.
what is giving your kids that outlet? Because just sitting in a classroom all day listening to lectures is not it.
Being on
Like,
That's not.
in front of the screen.
Right.
Mhm.
Like, granted, it might be it for a small margin of kids, but like for everybody, no, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
they be
wild.
acting out.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I just think that shit is crazy.
That
There's
is
Had I
definitely
not
people that
had,
can
like,
listen to
my
a
band
lecture and
class-
be good.
Band class, I could have did without gym. I was on sports teams.
Nah.
I could have did
I-
without gym because I was on sports teams. I was like, But
I was ready for gym.
Games
I
that they
was ready.
made up.
I
I
did
was
like
ready
the
for
little
some
games,
gym.
but I hated them damn exams.
Yeah.
Oh, the little fitness exams?
Oh my
And
god,
them
that's
dumbass,
the
them
my
dumbass
existence.
beeps. The fucking
The pacer test? Hell yeah, the fucking
Oh.
pacer test. I was a
Test.
monster at that bitch. Yeah.
I hated it.
Mhm.
I have asthma, so I hated the pacer test.
Pacer
Hated
test
it.
was annoying. I was happy as a chubby kid that I wasn't the first one out to sit their asses down. I was excited about that, like doing the pacer test, the mile run. I wasn't the last one coming in. Doing them push-ups and sit-ups, I wasn't the last one in. Like
I
I was in the first one out. Like, oh, I can't do this. Or like, what was the other one? There's another one.
wanna
The
speak-
stretch
I
one.
want to.
The little
Oh, the
stretch
little-
joint.
Oh, that was my favorite. That was my favorite one.
I love showing off with that.
Easily.
Like I can go past my toes, y'all. If y'all let me, I can make my head touch my kneecaps. Watch. So I was a beast at that one.
I'm
That's what I
gonna
do.
be on the other side of the coin when we talk about the pacer test, because it was me and it was two other kids that I don't remember their name, but we were able to go on the pacer test back and forth on like actually hitting each side within the beat until the CD ended. So that's my little happiness. That's why I was actually happy with the pacer test.
Peaked high school.
You said, huh?
That's where I felt like I would have peaked.
In high school?
Or
on the pacer test.
Because I don't recall doing the pacer test in high school, but
You never had to
I
run
would
back
peak
and forth up and down the gym.
Mine was definitely in middle school.
doing
But
that,
yeah.
and
I did it in middle and high school. I want to
Yeah.
say.
In high school,
My high school didn't have the pacer.
in
high school, I think I did it my
we had to
freshman year,
do
though.
what is it? It wasn't the pacer test. It was the other one, the one where you had to touch the line. What do they call that shit? You had to
I know what
touch
you're
the
talking
line,
about.
come
That's
back,
the name
go
of it
down,
now.
come back, go down, come back, go down, come back. It was a time thing though.
Yeah, that's the one I did when I was in high school. I can't think of what it's
Yeah.
called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Suicides.
I don't know the actual.
Yeah,
I was about to say
suicides.
because there's another name for it. Suicides is apparently like the slang term, but that's what I remember it as. Suicide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was part of our test in high school. It was like suicides, the jumps, like how you can jump, the pull-ups was another one. Yeah. Oh.
Have y'all ever I jumped
I
like in the Olympics?
Yeah.
No.
sick that day. I definitely came
have.
down that day.
No,
Were
I
you
came out sick
actually?
that day. No,
Were you
her ass went-
actually?
No, her ass went sick. You know she
Well,
went
Ryan
sick.
said
I
that's
want-
not-
I want
you know,
her to
that
say it.
when she didn't have to
I
do
want
it.
her to say it. It's in the past now, so we can air it out.
Simultaneously with my
What was
head
going on, baby?
hurting, I was
Your head was hurting. Dang.
Nah,
Was
I
it the Me
cannot.
Too?
my knees was hurting.
Not to check
You
me
was
like
playing outside. You was playing outside and you slid down the hill or something like that. Yeah. My baby can't do the pacer test today. So
I cannot. But
Not you got the note.
it's a
the
lot
other
of
fun
stuff.
thing is, and I'm realizing that like for whatever reason other schools didn't do this, but like around that same time where we were doing all the like testings and stuff, my middle school was like legit teaching us dance choreographies to random things, and one of the things that they taught us the choreography to was Thriller. I don't know. Every time I say like they did Thriller, everybody's like, "Really?" But everyone else was like, "Yeah, they did like Cotton Eye Joe or some other nonsense."
Yeah,
What did y'all school?
Mine did fucking.
Did y'all do dances and stuff?
Yeah, let me teach you how to fucking do-si-do and shit. That's what my schools did. I would rather learn the Thriller dance.
Taught us Thriller too. I think.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, your husband was in there with me when we was doing Thriller.
See, now I want to ask him. Hold on, let me call him because I need him to confirm this story.
That's the only reason I know the Thriller dance. Was this
middle school, Justin? Because that's an old man.
Yes, it was middle school, Justin. Yes, indeed.
Baby, them fucking glasses was this big.
Because I need you to confirm Roelle's story real quick about her gym class. Okay, thank you. Love you.
Love you. I cannot.
Okay, bye.
But yeah, that was
coming to the stew to confirm. Because that's crazy.
Not a problem. We were taught how to do Thriller, and I was like, that's the only reason it was on the fucking six count.
Wild. Y'all do things real different over at Subbrook, child. Hi.
I would have loved to do Thriller.
Step into the stew.
Okay. What can I assist with today?
Okay. So Roelle claimed that when y'all were in middle school, when y'all were doing like the pacer test and all that other stuff, they taught y'all how to do Thriller. Is that true?
Do you remember?
Do you remember?
He can. Y'all gotta remember he was the little old man in middle school.
You did age backwards. That's not a lie.
Them glasses like this.
Because also in middle school we called him Grandpa, and as you can see, he don't look like a grandpa no more.
No, he don't look like a grandpa at all.
I just feel like I can't say that I remember that, but it seems on brand for our school. That's what would have happened.
So
our school apparently just did stuff different.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
That's very on brand.
He ain't beating them pop-up allegations. He don't even remember.
He's not. He never is. Never is.
No problem. Yeah, it's very.
I
remember it.
You calling him Jimmy in the birthday video threw me for such a loop.
Me and Justin were unhinged in middle school. Let me just say that, because another random fact: we were outside playing dodgeball, and you know the little dugouts, the little dugouts. We decided to turn that into a cage match. We was having a cage match on the side where everybody else was supposed to be playing kickball.
Okay.
And the teacher was like, "Why are y'all over there? Get on the field!" And I was midway trying to climb up.
Speaking of sports.
Only y'all.
What sports did y'all play growing up?
When you say play, are you talking about like legit or just like in general?
What?
When I say in general, I mean like for fun, like not on a team, like maybe a pickup game with your friends, or like
team sports. Like I played for the school, or I played for the county, or whatever.
So.
And a half.
So I played soccer when I was in like elementary school, and then from middle to high school, I was a dancer, so I didn't really have time for sport. But the track team kept trying to recruit me when I was in high school. Also, the softball team tried to recruit me, and then the girls lacrosse team also tried to recruit me, and I was like, I don't have the time. I'm sorry. Dance is consuming my life, so I'm sorry. I just don't have the time. I wish my school had a dance team.
Lacrosse.
Yeah.
I can definitely see lacrosse if you played soccer.
Yeah. I was going to try lacrosse, though. Just never had a chance to do.
Suck. You can't have any real contact. It's like field.
That
is true.
The ball
kept That's not fun.
Nope. That ball kept coming out every time I tried it. I was like, I might be too heavy-handed. I don't know.
She was over there.
All right.
I should have played tennis.
It's not a matter of like how strong you do it. You just got to make sure the movement is right. So it's more technique than strength. So like if you were just yeeting it to the side and not making it come back the right way, it was definitely gonna fall out.
I don't know. I might have been yeeting it.
I was terrible at scooping up the ball in the female lacrosse sticks because it didn't have a real pouch.
I was good at.
Or was that male lacrosse sticks? Which one doesn't have the pouch?
The female ones definitely don't have the pouch.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's also the reason they don't have a pouch is because you can stick check people in men's lacrosse, so it needs to like be in something. And
that's what. Well, I knew that. I knew that because
penalty, like you said,
women's lacrosse, you can't contact.
You can't do nothing. It's crazy.
As soon as you make contact with the body, if you hit them with the stick or anything, yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it was very, very sexist.
Yeah,
flailing around in the grass.
And basically, they just want you to frolic through the field.
Right. When you start bucking at people like, get out.
You just running down the field like this.
Right.
Don't touch me.
Like you could like bump into them and stuff, but you couldn't be as rough as the men were.
Oh, so you can't blatantly make contact.
Get the ball.
Like in men's lacrosse, you can literally take your stick and slap their stick as they're cradling. If you do that in women's lacrosse, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
That's dumb. That's really dumb.
Yeah. It is stupid. I only know because I grew up as a boy. So I understand the differences. I've heard them, I've seen them.
That's wild.
But to answer Nisha's question directly, I did.
Lacrosse?
Huh?
You did lacrosse?
I played it. I didn't join the team, but I've played it before.
Okay.
But that's why I said to directly answer Nisha's question, the sports teams that I've actually joined was wrestling and badminton.
Justin told me you were on the wrestling team. I'm not surprised by that at all.
I was really good, but I injured my shoulder, and that's kind of what made me have to stop. Like I didn't get to wrestle my senior year, but I did technically qualify for states, even though I didn't get to wrestle for 4 weeks because that's how good of a season I was having. So,
that's amazing.
I had to take 4 L's, and I still qualified for regionals. I went there, got 2 victories, which put me in the running to make it to states. But that's when I had my surgery, and I couldn't go. So
okay, humble brag.
No,
right.
I played volleyball and tennis.
Volleyball is very on brand for you. I feel like I can picture you spiking the shit out of the ball to somebody like boom, bitch.
Now, how can you picture her short ass spiking the ball?
Yeah, I barely had the hops to get above the net. I
want to know your imagination.
And that fucking rotation, not at all. Not at all.
I was trying to give you some credit. I was really trying to give you some credit that you just be like.
I got my last couple of inches at the end of high school.
Damn.
So, and throughout like high school stuff, I was like 5 even. My little ass wasn't about to be up on that net spiking shit. Not against them big bitches that was up against me.
But you were good at bumping though, right? Because like you seem like you were a good backline middle.
I was good at bumping, and I was 100% server. Now, could I jump serve?
I can see that.
No, I couldn't do that.
I can see that, but I can't. I'm so sorry if it hurts your feelings. I can't see you spiking.
Nathan.
I can't see it. I would be so flabbergasted if like you got the air time. Like you would have to go in the air so high, you'd be like
You'd be coming down with gravity and shit.
Yeah, body plant to the floor every time. You weren't landing on your feet.
What?
Y'all land on my feet.
I at least said she can land. It would just be a high fall though.
She be coming down.
Honestly, the position that would have suited me better for volleyball would have been a libero. So I don't know if you've ever watched like volleyball matches, but there's always that one person that never rotates out of the back. They stay in the back 100% of the time. Yeah.
Okay. That was you.
That's when you're backline. I would say when you're server, like let's say if you start server, it goes from server to center to left center, right? That's how the rotation goes. I'm
Something
trying
like
to see if I
that.
remember.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even 100% remember how to fucking play the game.
I only
been so
know a
fucking
lot about
long.
volleyball because my brother played volleyball too, so I watched a lot of his
Yeah.
games.
But yeah, you would serve and then you would rotate. You either rotate to the center or you would rotate to the back left.
Yeah, because I think my brother was middle net, so he was going
I could see it.
from front to like the left side to the middle, and that was his rotation. So yeah, it's like everybody got like 3 spots that they have to play low key in volleyball, except the person that Nisha said.
Cool.
And that's the server, right?
Everybody served.
Technically, yeah.
Everybody served, but like Libero never left the back. Never leaves the back lines.
Those are the people that are really good at bumping, because if somebody spike it, you're the one that has to make sure that the ball's still in play on your team, because you can't really set a spike like that.
And then you had your setters, and then you had your actual spikers.
Mm-hmm.
There were actual spikers. It wasn't everybody that's up on the net. But if you're on the net, you know, you could try. I got on the net, and literally where the bottom of the net was, that was my head.
Yeah. I was really trying to give you credit, Nisha. I'm sorry.
Oh, yo. Fix your face, Mariah.
Don't be like that. I love you. Come on, baby. You know you can spike it. Boo-boo. I believe in you.
You ain't shit, Judy.
I said figures.
So we got soccer, we got wrestling, we got volleyball. What's our last?
Oh, I also play tennis.
Volleyball and tennis.
I played more tennis than I did volleyball.
Dang, you was doing figures.
I'll say tennis.
Oh,
we got soccer, we got wrestling, we got tennis.
Because I also did marching band.
I'm not surprised you marching band. That doesn't surprise me.
Why your face do that? What you got against marching band?
Dude, you ever seen them carry them heavy instruments?
I've seen them.
Back hurting. Oh, girl.
It's called conditioning.
Right.
We still had to run and warm up and stuff, just like sports. Technically, I feel like marching band should be like one of the sports programs for real.
Yeah,
it would make sense.
Very similar to how
is a sport.
Very similar to how dance should be a thing too.
Thank you.
Dance is a sport, though.
Yeah, but is it a sport in schools? Like,
no, it's not.
In specific schools. You have to go to specific schools.
Like, if you're not at an art school, no.
Yeah, some people don't have the funding to have a cheer team, like, and a dance team. Like,
yeah, because my school had a cheer team and a dance team. And our cheer team was trash. We used to out-cheer them in the bleachers.
I wish my school had a dance team.
As the pep band. Yep. Yeah. Over there, be aggressive. Be aggressive. And we be in the stands. Y'all suck. Y'all suck.
Not y'all suck.
Because in my head, Be Aggressive was one of my favorite cheers.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
They had some dumbass cheers.
I don't know none of my school's cheers because all the sports I did, our cheerleaders ain't show up for us.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
To be fair, though, the cheerleaders didn't really cheer for like any other sports outside of basketball and football.
Yeah, if it wasn't football or basketball. Now, I was definitely feeling some type of way because when we went to other schools, the cheerleading team was definitely there for their wrestling team. So I was just like, hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
We couldn't go to the away games. We only went to like the rival school away games because they didn't want to pay for us to have a bus.
Damn.
Y'all didn't just ride the bus with the basketball players and the football players? Damn.
No, we ride with them.
Damn.
And I honestly feel like they had like the little short buses. Not the short buses, but like you know how like some of the yellow buses had like They had like the tall chairs. They had like the
you ain't beating them allegations.
LOL. But you know what I'm talking about, like the Coach yellow buses, the deluxe buses.
The deluxe.
I'm hip. I'm hip.
The one with the 3 windows.
With the
Lord, Mariah, you ain't never beaten them allegations, child.
It was the one where the window opened like this so that no one can actually get out.
and it
She
was
said,
like,
meet me on the south side over by the short bus.
Short bus shorty. Short bus shorty.
Did anybody do any clubs
But
when
no,
they were
I didn't
in school?
have any. I didn't have no pretty ass buses. We got our ass on that yellow ass, dusty ass bus.
what's similar to you guys is I did soccer. I did soccer, taekwondo. I took swim classes. I took 2 dance classes, and then I did cheer.
You had taekwondo in school?
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how you did that.
No, she said she took these as classes similar to Jamila's dance class.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still talking about like school sanctioned
The only one
stuff.
that was actually in school was cheer.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
I was waiting for that. So you did taekwondo. I didn't know that. I also did taekwondo.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't. I did weightlifting and self-defense.
I only got to a yellow belt in taekwondo because I swapped to Jeet Kune Do, but you know.
Hey, yeah. So I don't know. Me and my mom was literally just talking about this the other day. I was basically out of my entire class was the only one that got to my orange belt solely for the fact that none of them other kids was. I think they was. I'm gonna leave it alone. But I was the only one. Like my instructor had to pull me to the side and was like, "You were actually the only one that actually passed it." And the other ones was just what was those trophies we was talking about earlier?
Participation trophy.
Yeah.
Here's your white ribbon. Thank you for coming.
Yay.
Thank you.
Basically, my mom told me that like we told her like we didn't want to do it no more. So, but I don't recall saying that because I actually like now. I hated doing the duck walks. Listen, whoever invented duck walks need to be shot.
No. Hold on. Not too heavy on the duck walks.
Come on, advocate
not
for the
too
duck
heavy
walks.
on the duck walks now because if you kept them duck walks up, you would have the mega knees that you want so bad right now.
Straight and narrow with that, and I'm getting there because the progress that I've made thus far is duly noted.
Yes, so, and that's now because you stopped. If you just continuously did them duck walks, it would be cakewalk for you. Cake walk. Ooh, I love duck walks. Duck walks are so intensive. I love leg workouts. That's what it is. That's why I was a wrestler because I ain't have to really have an upper body. But if I had strong legs, I could take you down. That's all that mattered. So that's why I am definitely an advocate. I love duck walks. I love RDLs. I like Romanian deadlifts. I said the same thing twice. I like Bulgarian. That's what I said. Bulgarian split squats. I love all that.
I'm about to say it's different ones because you got the Russian and the Romanian.
But I think the one exercise that I actually loved out of all of the sports that I played was calf raises. Calf raises I'll do all day, every day, with no problem.
Do you do them overextended or underextended?
What does that mean?
So if this is your calf, right? Do you push up and that's your workout, or do you get on something elevated and you go down and go back up to that normal spot?
So when I was cheering, I would do the raised, the elevated, and then do it. Yeah. But now if I'm watching TV or something, I'll just butterfly it, flutter it, and then slow. That's it.
Only reason I asked is because after doing some research, the elevated lower level of the calf raises affect the muscle better. It puts more of a positive strain on the muscle. So if you're trying to like get more strength in your calves, you kind of want to do the elevated lower range ones. You don't have to go all the way up because it's going to overextend and then you're going to hurt yourself. You just got to go under and then go back up to middle ground and then go back down again.
I see.
Little tidbit for you.
Write that down.
If y'all got any questions about leg workouts, I got you. Anywhere else?
Cannot.
Ask someone else.
Go to Jamila's question.
Anywhere else, get somebody else to do it.
Clubs. I remember.
Yeah, she asked about clubs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What clubs was you in?
What clubs did y'all do when y'all were in school?
I did 3 technically. Like over the course of from middle school to high school, I've been in 3 total. It was anime, which I had to start at my high school. I did orchestra because it wasn't like an actual thing. It was a little club situation. And then I also did theater. We had a little theater club in high school also.
I got kicked out of theater.
I need to know why. I need to know why.
She just said, I got kicked out of theater. Silence.
So my choir teacher was just like, "You're good. You should go to theater. You should do theater." Baby, singing in a choir and theater is 2 different things.
Very different. She said,
"You just gotta say it louder. Speak from your diaphragm. Say it with your chest. I can't hear what you're saying." Yeah, she's like, "I can't hear what you're saying." I was like, "Well, I'm speaking as loud as I can get." Mind you. Exactly. That's exactly what I did. She said, "Well, I just don't think this for you." And I said, "Well, I don't either." So
it's the what I don't.
You tried to tell her.
I was enjoying it though, but she just said I wasn't loud enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I also had stage fright.
That.
I had stage fright.
That's what I was about to say. There's so many factors. Like I get that you might not have been loud enough, but at the same time, there's a bunch of factors that come into being able to project your voice properly. And what literally stage fright is literally one of them. Just that nervousness is going to stop your ability to properly get it out.
Girl, wasn't nobody even there. It was just me and everybody else I knew, and I still couldn't do it.
It don't matter who was there. The fact of doing it, performing is easy. Like no matter what you're doing, performing is not easy.
True. Performing is not easy.
So I commend you for being able to stand 10 toes down on what you felt.
She said,
and giving it a shot.
Also trying it, yeah.
She said, "Get the hell out. Stayed after school for nothing."
I was never in a major role except for Parody, Beauty and the Beast, but I was definitely an understudy 3 times, and all 3 times I never got to go up.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but I'd have started oiling up the steps every chance I got.
Oh no, you was one of them.
I wasn't gonna do that. The people that got the actual role were my friends.
That's crazy.
They would eat lunch every day, wouldn't they?
That's crazy.
That's so wild.
You're sabotaging people.
Baby had bubble guts for the stage.
Crazy.
Mariah.
I didn't need to be the center of attention. I wasn't even in a major role ever. I was still an understudy.
Intrusive thinking.
That's crazy.
Wild.
No. But
having them up in the back from like, say you ain't going.
I was
the thought never even crossed my mind.
That's
Mariah, Judy.
People.
What clubs did you do? What clubs did you do?
Wait, since you're over there trying to hit people up for theater roles.
Nothing at all. I didn't do any clubs. I went to a trade. I went to a trade school, but that's it. In high school, culinary.
Oh.
Okay, Salt Bay.
I don't want to hear any more of that story. I'm petty.
I didn't do culinary. I did criminal justice and CAD.
That is very niche coded. Criminal justice.
That is very niche coded.
Let me figure some shit out. That's literally, I like that.
I did criminal justice for 1 year and then swapped to CAD for the remainder.
Okay. I remember hearing CAD, but what is CAD? Because I don't remember.
Computer aided draft and design.
Oh, wow.
Like architecture stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
Yeah, I was
about to do architecture.
That would have been beneficial. Girl, I regret it. After my second year of culinary, I regretted it so bad. So bad. I didn't love it anymore.
Damn.
They say once you like start taking culinary classes. Yeah, they say once you start like learning culinary, the fun of cooking kind of gets a little siphoned out unless you're able to like keep it up mentally.
Yeah, because it's like you're no longer cooking for fun.
One thing you're not gonna do is tell me how to cook my food. I'm gonna cook my food the way I want to cook my food. And don't correct me on how I cut my stuff. You need to julienne them. No, I'm cutting them. Leave me alone. It's they're getting shot the dice to leave me alone.
There you go.
All day, every day. Just that one thing.
Mom loved it. She did culinary and hospitality was one of her majors.
More power to her.
Separate classes. They had hospitality and tourism, and then they had culinary.
She did them all as one.
Dang.
That was one of her majors.
Like when we had
I did about to sound so uninteresting.
But the class
when I was in middle school, because I was the overachiever kid, I was in National Junior Honor Society. Then when I got to high school, I was in the AVID program, which is basically like a college prep program. And then I was also in SAD, which is Students Against Destructive Decisions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I was destructive.
How'd that go?
Considering I wasn't as adventurous as I am now, it was great. Because I was like, oh my God, smoking, drinking, underage. Meanwhile, I got to college and started cutting the fuck up, but that's neither here nor there. And then I also did Future Business Leaders of America, or FBLA. And with that, so we used to have to do a regional competition. Then from regional, you went to the state competition. Then if you won your state competition in your event, you went to national, which was people like all over the country. So my junior year, going into my junior year of high school, I went to their national competition in Anaheim, California. So that was fun. I didn't win my event, but I mean, I got to go to Disneyland, so it worked out for me.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, bitch. I didn't get to make it to national, but I made it to a regional competition. But that motherfucker was rigged because the school that we was at, they had the upper hand by like tenfold. So all of them motherfuckers went to national.
The cool part about the state competition was like meeting kids from like different schools and stuff like that. That was the fun part for me. Because I met a few people from schools in like Howard County and like all over the place, so that was fun. It was just some wild shit. It was just some wild shit going down in their hotel rooms, but that ain't none of my business. I wasn't involved.
Ooh. Jesus
Christ! Okay.
Listen, you get some a hotel, no supervision. The teachers don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, because our little band when we used to be in the back of the bus playing Dare or Dare.
Dare or Dare. You don't even get a choose option, just Dare.
You don't get a choice. You're going
it was like Dare or Double Dare. You just had to do it. And them dares got ridiculous. We was back there flashing people and kissing people and everything else. But yeah.
I have a real quick embarrassing story to tell everybody. Because you mentioned the National Junior Honor Society, right? I was a child that my mom was a valedictorian when she was in school. right? So she wanted me to like pretty much follow in her footsteps, be really good in school, be all that. I was not that person. I was not the greatest in school, but I apparently qualified for the National Junior Honor Society, and you know they send you the little package that's in that like triangle, and it was sent to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother's house, like I said earlier, is in the city, and I was going to a county school, so like I was living with my grandmother at this time, and it got to her, she put it on the little TV stand, and I never knew that I got it. So I didn't find out I was part of the National Junior Honor Society until after I graduated.
That's wild.
That's
Granny was using that
hilarious.
to hold up the TV.
To make it even worse, Nisha was the one that was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I don't even know. I've always seen it, but I picked it up, and it was the National Junior Honor Society box."
I did not know that was the first time you learned it.
That was the absolute first time that I've ever seen that in my entire life.
That's hilarious.
And that was way past I actually graduated. It was like 3 or 4 years after I graduated or something like that. So it was crazy.
She has to explain it to me. Okay, she looked at it and was like,
what is that?
Good.
She set it up. It was on display.
Yeah, it was there. I just never paid it no mind. It wasn't. I figured, you know, as a child,
it's like a TV prop. It was actually set up. Like it was actually sitting up.
The only thing is, she has this like glass sculpture, and it was like behind the glass sculpture, so like it was visible, but it wasn't like clear.
That's
crazy.
What it was.
I was in National Honor Society. I don't know if I ever made. No, I never made Junior National Honors Society because I swapped middle schools. But for the high school, I was National Honor Society, National Honor Roll. I was on the JV Mathletes team.
Yes, Mathlete.
I did.
Oh, I had an embarrassing one too of a club I did.
I was part of the Anime and Gaming Club. I joined the Pride Club as an ally.
I'm dead.
Not
Nope,
this
you
one.
out.
Woo, buddy.
It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
Yeah,
You was in there being a spot.
Right. You was in that spot for the op.
I was honestly in it to support a friend.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I was in there supporting a friend. He started the club, and then I was in pep band. I did a lot. I was never home. Let's just put it that way. I was never home. SGA, all of that. I was in it.
I didn't do SGA.
I did this engineer program, like engineering mathematical program, but I didn't think anything of it because it was like
was it like a STEM program?
Yeah, like a STEM program, yeah. But it was like at the college, so I didn't really think nothing of it because it was like for the weekend.
Is it because your bus had 3 windows?
Oh,
that was an ugly ass laugh. God damn. Ooh, I didn't mean to laugh like that. I'm so sorry.
That
I don't know what it was.
Mariah said her bus had style. Okay. She runs the Greyhound to competitions. The one that came with the charging ports.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We didn't have that because they couldn't afford them.
We rode regular ass buses.
Not the school was broke.
Our school was broke, or they portrayed to be broke.
No, y'all must ain't have boosters.
Our high school.
That's why those buses that I was talking about, those little elite little buses, was only for the football team.
Only.
Not that was
no one else uses.
No, but that's really how it is. So like when I know for my school, like each of the sports and each of like you had band boosters, you had like your volleyball boosters, like each sport had their own booster. And if your parents were not boosting that, you weren't getting the best of the best stuff.
Nope.
Football.
I think we had a booster club overall. I don't think it went to any specific sport for my high school.
It's based off of how much is coming from which team's parents.
Mm.
So like our football and baseball team had bomb ass uniforms, had like the nice, they had nice shit.
Which I didn't understand because our football team sucked.
See, and that's what I was trying to say, because my school didn't have a track at all. Like, we had to go to CCBC to use their track in order to practice. They also held tryouts at CCBC, but for whatever reason, we was multiple time state champs in track. So I don't.
How?
It ain't always because of it. We used someone else's track, and we was dedicated to the practice. That's all that mattered.
To be fair, college tracks are usually larger than high school ones.
I'm just saying it's the fact that they didn't have it, but they made a way.
But hear me out. So if they're timing how fast they're running around a college track, and then they're going up against another high school on a high school track, bitch, they probably were dusting people.
We made a way.
Dusting people.
Made a way.
Without a doubt.
Made a way.
Right. Would have been dusting ass.
Turn something into nothing.
So I was first inconvenient. And then I was training harder than them little ass, skinny ass kids.
Right.
I better have won something. I'm leaving here.
Right, like, I'm leaving
mad in hindsight.
Right.
Because you know how I didn't say track was one of the things I played in school? I tried out for track.
Middle school.
I tried out for track. I made the team. I just never showed up after that.
Oh my God. You know what that reminds me of? I did track in middle school, and I was doing the 4x4, the 4x400, and I was third leg. And
they had you running.
Guess
you was running.
Guess who was the fucking the fucking little ref on the side?
Who?
Fucking Rick.
Was it your mom?
Rick.
Oh!
Rick.
Because Rick's main sport, after he messed up his shoulder, his main sport was track and field. So he's a beast at running. And that shit was so funny because the girl who was the second leg, she was special. So you can't run outside the lines. And because everybody had already dusted her and I was waiting. She was just, she didn't care.
Wow.
And Rick was like, man, he was like, man, I ought disqualify y'all, but you lucky you my sister, for real. Man, go on run up that thing, man. Go on, get out here. I was like, yeah.
I could get it just like that, too.
Right, you didn't have to tell me go on, get up out of here.
Right.
And then she went, let go of the baton. Let go of the baton. What are you doing?
Struggling, like, sis, we lost already. Just skip it up.
Like, come on, just let's at least finish so we can say we did.
Crazy part is we came in second.
That's the one thing I remember, running relays. I was always first leg. One, because when I was trying out, I was doing the 40. I was trying out for the 40. I beat the senior as a junior. I beat the senior sprinter, so everybody was like, them right there. So I already had a target on my back, but we did a practice, whatever the fuck they call it. And I did the first leg, and I made a faster time than him one time, because we did it 3 times. But one time, I made a faster time than him, and nobody would let that go. Nobody wanted to let it go. So
you ruined that man's straight career.
I was just kind of over, because our track team was the popular kids, because they were the ones that win all the trophies in the school. So it was the track team won the most trophies. Then it was volleyball. I'm sorry, not volleyball. Basketball second, and then wrestling was third. And
ours was basketball.
So everybody was like, "Yeah, track team. Yeah, they're the cool kids." So I was kind of over being in that crowd.
Ball team was lit. And I'm not just saying that because my nigga was playing.
Oh Lord, I'm over it. It's like,
Your man was playing.
You was one of them.
Saying that because he was playing, and I was cheering for him. Right?
Yeah,
ooh, you look like a lollipop in high school too. You probably stood up on the bleachers and almost tilted over.
You was like, yeah, go, babe. You got this.
If she was a cheerleader, she shouldn't have been in the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
You never know with her.
In the bleachers?
Some cheers. We did do some cheers in the bleachers.
Crazy. See, that's why we used to bully ours, lazy ass cheerleaders. Get your ass down there on the damn track.
Not bully.
It sound like so the sound like it echoed.
I can see that. Did y'all have what type of floor did y'all have in y'all gyms?
Wood?
That I hurt my kneecap on.
Shiny ass wooden floors.
I had the hardwood
on the basketball floor. I don't know, but I did it.
What
did anybody have that like? Because we had two gyms. It was our ghetto gym that I don't know why we always called it the ghetto gym, but it was like the ghetto gym had like this like weird soft but hard like floor. Like if you step in it, your foot would like go into it a little bit, but like it was hard. Like it was tough. It was dense. That's the word I want.
That's where we would do like yoga, wrestling stuff. If they didn't want to bring out the mats and stuff, that's where we would do it, and it was smaller, right?
Yeah,
that sounds like the
and then we had the actual gym.
Yeah, that's a wrestling room.
Yeah, we had a wrestling room in my school.
We didn't have a wrestling room. That gym, we had to put the mats over that floor.
You still have to put the mats over it, but that's literally considered the wrestling room.
The only reason I'm going to say no is because when we trained with what is that school in the city, Perry? Something. It was a school in the city. It was a school in the city that we went to train with because our team captain's dad was the coach over there. They had an actual wrestling room where the entire floor was just wrestling mat, like actual wrestling mat. So
yeah,
like that's.
But I'm saying like
ever since I seen that, I was a little jealous because we ain't had it. We couldn't just walk in and start throwing people around. Like
y'all had
we had to roll out these big ass mats.
Yeah, y'all had the low budget wrestling room.
Yeah, they had money.
The thing about their wrestling, the thing about their wrestling room is that y'all can roll up y'all mats and take them out to be clean. They have to have someone come in and actually clean the mat and under the mat, or y'all niggas would have cauliflower ear. Like y'all would have been so bacteriaed up.
If I didn't have to roll out that big ass mat, I was happy. I don't care what happened after that.
That's what I'm saying. You had the broke people wrestling room.
I hate it. We ain't have no track. We had no wrestling room. I hate it.
That's crazy. Y'all had nothing.
From the fact that how we rolled it up, how we had to roll it up, the edge of the wrestling mat would be like this every day. So I was over it.
I remember that. I remember those because we used to have to roll them out for gymnastics and wrestling.
Cheer. We had to roll them out for cheer.
Yeah, it was still just called like the wrestling room.
But the only reason I say like it's a little
fancy as like those schools that got money, but that's literally what it is.
I was just saying that our school used that area for like a bunch of different stuff. So like it never correlated as a dedicated wrestling room. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying so did ours. But that's literally what that room is called. Is the wrestling room.
For us, it was definitely something else because there was classrooms in there.
Damn.
That's weird.
Like all that we have a bunch of environmental.
That's weird. That's not even healthy for somebody to sit in class in it.
That's what I'm saying. They're not in it. It's like on the outer rims. There was like 5 classes, and they were all like in the environmental science like area. That was like where they were, but that's also where like the cheerleaders practice and the wrestlers practice. So. Yeah, that's why I said I don't know. I remember now. We called it was actually called.
I got to visit the school to see what the fuck this shit looked like because it just sounds like you just had
that's what I'm saying.
Classrooms around the gymnasium, which is normal.
The gymnasium was completely separate. The gymnasium was like a whole different building.
That room that y'all practice in, it just sounds like y'all just had classes around a workout room, which is normal for a school.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I've never seen it anywhere else that I've been to. That's the only reason I'm speaking like this because I'm just unsure.
I don't know.
Damn, bro.
I've only been to one high school, so I don't know. I only attended one high school and competed at others, but I didn't explore their fucking gym area and stuff. So
no other school had a situation like that I've been to because I've only attended one school also, but I've been to others.
But the way you describe the flooring and then rolling out the mat and stuff, it just sounds like the smaller gym that almost every high school has. I mean,
in other words, Nisha saying your school ain't special.
I wasn't trying to say it was, but
no, I wasn't trying to say it's not special. I'm just saying like it's literally you had the same thing that that other school had. It's just that you had the broke version of it. Every broke public school had that room, but it was always for like wrestlers and other niggas to practice in because if you weren't a basketball player or a volleyball player, you were not using the main gymnasium to practice.
I can definitely see that because we spent all our money on trees.
Hey, yo.
It sounds crazy, but our school was an environmental technology school, so it makes sense at the same time. But yeah, we spent like all of our money on trees.
But, okay.
I mean, that makes sense. It's environmental.
Yeah.
Because here we are eating off of styrofoam trays.
Y'all had styrofoam trays? Damn.
Here, and you out here buying trees?
Road school should not have had styrofoam trays if y'all were environmental school.
That would have been crazy.
We didn't have styrofoam trays.
You had the hard plastic joints, right?
I think so. I didn't ever get school lunch, but I don't think we had styrofoam trays.
Oh, well, nigga, we was poor.
I don't remember.
I ate the shit out that lunch because niggas was poor.
I was one of the kids that went to lunch was like, I don't feel like eating. You want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? All right, let's play Yu-Gi-Oh. We had 30-minute sessions of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I don't remember styrofoam trays, but at the same time, I didn't really eat.
I was that person that had fucking Pokemon battles and did not give a fuck. I would still be fucking smashing my food. Still eating. You're not going to stop me from eating my food.
Yeah.
Be in school.
Take a bite, play another card.
Be all hungry for the rest of the day. Fucking lunch at 11, but I don't get out of school till 2:30, 3 o'clock. Hell no.
That's
yeah, crazy ass timings. But you know, I'm not gonna...
lunch times was insane because like it's 11 o'clock. This is breakfast. This is not lunch.
Breakfast was at 7.
Wild.
Fam, 11:45 lunch was the craziest thing I've ever had to experience.
They sure was at 11:45. Mine was 11.
I never got that unlucky with my schedule.
Mine was 11. My sister's was
that's a crazy time for lunch.
My sister's was 10:45.
I feel like the best lunchtime that we had was 12:30, but that's just me.
I ain't never had that.
But then you only got like 2.5 hours left to school. What time y'all let out? Like 2:30, 3 o'clock,
2:45 for us, yeah.
2:05 for me.
Somewhere around that. Definitely somewhere around that.
2:45.
Yeah, that time would have went by quick.
7:30 a.m. till 2:45. That's a goddamn job.
It sounds so long. I got one last question.
That's how they get you.
From this question encompasses from elementary school as far as you can remember, even pre-K if you can, up to potentially college if you did go. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate your student experience?
So high school, I was overachiever unhinged. I would rate my high school experience at 8.
Okay.
I don't remember shit about grade school. Grade school, I hated school. I was overachiever, but I hated it because I was a chubby kid with big titties, and niggas just bullied me for that. High school, unhinged. College, College was
overall 7?
Oh, if we're doing the overall, because I was rating them on their own. Elementary, middle school, it's like a 5.
Okay.
High school is like an 8. College is like a fucking 3. Fucking hated college. College was so boring. I learned the same shit I learned in high school. What the fuck for? I'm fucking paying y'all thousands of dollars to learn the same shit I learned in high school. You learn shit.
Average. Your average was a 5.
Hey yo.
Out of all the numbers you just gave me, your average school experience from elementary to college was a 5.
I'm gonna tell you how much I hated college. College was the first time I ever got a C, D, or F.
Yeah. Those is normal grades in college.
I fucking was bored out of my mind. Like, if I'm not learning something, I'm bored. And then I'm not showing up to class. I'd rather sit in the damn student center and play video games.
Myself.
I ain't show up to class. I told my mom I ain't show up to class. I said, why the fuck am I going to class? I already passed this class. I took this class in high school. Why am I here?
Can't argue with it.
At all.
So
we got 5 from Nisha. Who wants to go next?
I was always an overachiever from grade school to high school, so I'd probably give that like a 9. When I got to college, I really like tasted freedom for the first time because I was a sheltered kid. So I got a little buck wild when it came to college, so I stopped like caring about school and stuff like that until recently, of course. So probably for college, I'd probably say I was like a 2.5, maybe a 3 on a good day. Honestly, The only classes I cared about in college were like the classes for my major, since I was a dance major. Everything else, I was kind of like, whatever.
Sound like me in college.
Yeah.
But your average, from what you just told me, is a 6.
The overachiever me does not like
I'm
that.
calculating him.
Hey,
I'm bad at math.
Like, how she even?
Right. I was trying to figure it out. Like,
you know.
The beginning of this podcast, I was trying to figure it out.
What did I say? As long as the answer is correct, that's all that matters.
These numbers.
Well, you literally told me a bunch of numbers. I added them all up, and then I divided by the sum of all the numbers. Well, not the sum, but the properties of all the numbers. So Nisha gave me 4, so I added up the I don't remember what you said, but I added up the 4 numbers.
I divided it by 4 plus 8, and then I gave you like a 3.
Your math is low key, bro.
I know. All right. So the thing with me, I know theories and I can understand equations, but once I start calculating, that's when it get crazy. If I didn't have this calculator, I'm not a calculator. Can't calculate.
So I gave you set up the problem. I gave you 3 different figures out of a 10, which was a 30, and then I gave you a number that equaled probably about 15.
I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you're just taking that 30 and dividing it by the 15.
All right, bro, Mariah.
It would have been divided by 4 because you gave me 4 digits. You said 2 things were 3, something else was a 9, and something else was a 4 or something like that. It was something like that. I remember you gave me 4, but either way, that's what I did.
I gave you 4 digits?
Mm-hmm. Because you said 2 things were 3.
School, college, high school, and I think you said middle school too.
No, I put middle school and elementary school together.
Yeah, you gave.
Oh, so that's what I misunderstood.
I gave you 3 numbers.
You said middle school and elementary school were 3, so I said 3, and then did the other 2.
Okay. Math was not mathing for me. I was like,
I give elementary school. I think I only rate my elementary school like student experience like a 7, because I think that's where I retained a lot of like my little things that help me learn, like my little strategies that help me learn. But then also when the book fair came around, a bitch ain't had no money, so she was stuck getting the erasers and shit off the desk.
I know that struggle, girl. I know that struggle.
So, yeah.
I was one of those kids that was giving money.
Get what I wanted. But middle school, was like a mixed experience for me because that's when a lot of things started changing. So it was like adjusting as a new student was kind of hard. So I would give that experience like a 5.
Okay.
And in high school was the jump off, man. High school was give high school a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, high school was it. High school was lit. Yup. I don't got no regrets.
Not right.
No, right?
Okay.
And
So
then
so
college,
far,
I only did
okay.
some college. I'm gonna give college because that was like a mixed experience for me too because I had to transfer schools, so I had to basically start over. So that really pissed me off. So I'm gonna give college like a 4 out of 10.
Because that shit's too fucking expensive to be dealing with that bullshit. Like, why if I took college courses and AP classes, can you not accept those credits? You gonna have
Yeah,
me
that's
take these same
weird.
classes all over again?
Why can't you accept none of these credits? None of them? You can't accept not
Crazy.
even
And they
half
will be
of
like, oh, you didn't
Crazy.
attend the sister school. It don't matter. You're all universities under the state of fucking Maryland.
yeah, for
Right.
half
Right.
semester. Half a semester.
You all came from the same daddy. Fucking Maryland. State of fucking Maryland.
Period.
Well, Mariah, you're
That's
right around the
that's a
6
scam.
also
College is a scam.
overall.
It is a scam, actually.
And I
What
guess
I
that
get?
leads
What I
back
get?
to me. You got a 6. You got a 6.
Okay.
Damn, am I the only one floating on
All
like
right,
a
Rose,
2,
see
3?
you.
Not what I forgot what I said, but I felt like I said a 5 or 6 for you too. But since everyone else was doing it this way, elementary school, I'd probably give a 4. My elementary school, I didn't find myself at all. So I just went to school, didn't talk to nobody. I tried not to talk to nobody and then just went home. As I told y'all earlier, it was just across the street, so I ain't do nothing. Middle school for me was kind of fun. I didn't like any of the like classes, but I had a lot of good memories outside of actual classroom settings. So I'll probably give that a 7. High school was kind of the same way. So I'll give that an 8 actually, because that's when I started. That's probably when I actually like started being a content creator. I just didn't know it was a content creator at that time. And then college was abysmal. That was the only the only time, like I failed classes in high school, but college was the only time I actually felt like a failure because I only took 5 classes in college, and I only passed 2.
That baby had a point
Failing
on
a college
GPA.
class is like a different type of hurt.
Oh, what?
And it was
Fuck them
like
classes.
the only classes that I passed, very kind of similar to what Jamila was saying, was what I was majoring in, was my theater classes. So I passed my theater 101 and my theater stage makeup classes, but my history class, my math class, and that other class that I cannot remember for the
And
life
that's
of me,
another
I
thing.
failed.
That
So
is
that
another
was like
thing
a
with
3.
these dumbass colleges. Stop making people take fucking electives and classes that don't have shit to do with their goddamn major. If that shit ain't gonna benefit them,
I mean, my point.
stop trying to penny pinch. Cause the fuck, what the fuck world and American history got to do with my psychology class?
Absolutely nothing.
At 6
What is
o'clock.
any of
And what the
But
fuck is behavioral statistics? How the fuck do you even measure that shit? How the fuck do you put somebody's behavior into a number? Please, no one could explain that shit to me. I got a C in that class. Even the fucking professor didn't even understand what the fuck he was teaching.
That's crazy.
Professor.
Because
You know
because
what?
it's given like, what the fuck are some of these classes? Like, just making shit up.
But what this little exercise definitely taught us is that school is definitely an up and down roller coaster. Because goddamn,
For sure.
You know what? No, it's a.
You're right for college.
Don't even send your kid to the public schools. Don't even send them. Homeschool them. They'll learn more. Take them on trips. Save your money. Go to a trade school. Unless you want to be a doctor or something, I don't see no point in paying for college.
Not just be using chat. GPT.
You said
I'm
doctors
done.
be using Chat GPT.
She said Chat PT. I'm out. I'm out. All right, y'all. It's been good. It's been good. Have a good night. Everybody have a good night.
It's a damn shame.
You already know.
The whip will not.
Yeah, I think it's time to remind people what we say here. All right, I think it's time to remind people what we say. I need y'all to remember these 3 things.
While you in
Stay
school,
sexy.
be sassy as fuck. But
Period.
be classy with it.
Period. Okay.
Period.
Fuck some of them people, but always stay socially acceptable because
Amen.
don't get your ass beat by the teachers or your peers.
Amen and amen.
Mm-mm-mm.